Impact Wrestling results March 17, 22 First match, Bullet Club vs. The Motor City Machine Guns. Jay White and Alex Shelley will start things off. White refuses to shake Shelley's hand. Shelley unloads 3 knife-edge chops. White kicks Shelley in the gut. White returns with 3 chops in the corner. White talks smack to Shelley. Sabin tags himself in. Short arm reversal by Shelley. Double Irish whip. Double toe kick. Double sledge. Double drop kick. Shelley kicks White out of the ring. White regroups on the outside. White tags in Bay. Sabin signals for the test of strength. Sabin with a side headlock takeover. Bay whips Sabin across the ring. Sabin drops Bay with a shoulder tackle. Bay drops down on the canvas. Bay pops back on his feet. Bay leapfrogs over Sabin. Bay drop kicks Sabin. Sabin decks Bay with a back elbow smash. Shelley tags himself in. Shelley kicks Bay in the ribs. Sabin knocks White off the ring apron. Double enzwidgery. MCMG with 2 arm ringers. Shelley tags in Sabin. Sabin drops his weight on the left shoulder of Bay. Sabin hyperextends the left shoulder of Bay. Sabin tags in Shelley. Shelley with a flying double axe handle strike. Shelley applies an arm bar. Shelley transitions into a hammer lock. Shelley sends Bay shoulder first into Sabin's boots. Shelley tags in Sabin. Double wrist lock. Double enzwidgery. Sabin hooks the outside leg for a 2 count. Sabin applies the octopus stretch. White is throwing haymakers at Sabin. Stereo cobra twists. Sabin ties Bay up in a knot. White with a back elbow smash to Shelley. White breaks up the submission hold. The referee is losing complete control of the match. Shelley dumps White out of the ring. Sabin with a baseball slide dropkick. Sabin launches Bay over the top rope. Shelley dumps Bay face first on the apron. Sabin lands the suicide dive. Shelley rolls Bay back into the ring. Bay goes for the sunset flip, but Sabin lands back on his feet. Shelley with the flying crossbody block. Sabin drop kicks White off the apron. Shelley with a corner clothesline. Shelley sends Bay face first into the top turnbuckle pad. Shelley puts Bay on his shoulders. Shelley tags in Sabin. Sabin gets crotchet on the top turnbuckle. Bay drops Shelley with the rolling elbow. White pulls Shelley out of the ring. Bay with a leaping dropkick. Bay lands the somersault plancha. Bay stomps on Shelley's back. Bay tags in White. White rakes the eyes of Shelley. White with a knife-edge chop. White with a snap vertical suplex for a 1 count. White applies a rear chin lock. White with a straight right hand. White tags in Bay. Bay with a knife-edge chop. Bay starts choking Shelley in the corner. White attacks Shelley behind the referee's back. Shelley is displaying his fighting spirit. Bay stomps on Shelley's back. Bay knocks Sabin off the apron. Bay with the standing moonsault. Bay dives over Shelley. Shelley with the flatliner into the middle turnbuckle pad. White and Sabin are tagged in. Sabin ducks a clothesline from White. Sabin with 3 knife-edge chops. White reverses out of the Irish whip from Sabin. Sabin with 2 flying forearm smashes. Sabin ducks a clothesline from White. Sabin with a back body drop. Sabin drop kicks Bay in mid-air. Sabin with a corner clothesline. Sabin gets White tied up in the tree of woe. Bay runs interference. Shelley punches Bay in the back. Standing switch exchange. Shelley runs Bay back first into the turnbuckles. Sabin with a running elbow smash. Shelley with a sliding dropkick. Shelley follows that with an overhead belly-to-belly suplex into White. Sabin delivers the Shibata dropkick. Sabin hits the satellite DDT for a 2 count. White fights out of the fireman's carry position. White sidesteps Shelley into the turnbuckles. White with the head and arm suplex into the turnbuckles. White tag in Bay. Bay knocks Shelley off the apron. Bay with a leaping uppercut. Bay with the suicide dive. Bay follows that with the flying crossbody block. Bay with the spinning neck breaker for a 2 count. Sabin denies the art of finesse. Bay with a back elbow smash. Shelley shoves Sabin out of harm's way. Dragon screw leg whip exchange. Bay with a Superman punch. Standing switch exchange. Shelley with the rolling elbow. DDT/enzwidgery/flatliner combination. Running boot/apron-enzwidgery combination. MCMG connects with skull and bones to pick up the victory. Winner, the Motor City Machine Guns via pinfall. Second match, Steve Maclin vs Rhino. Anthony Carelli joins the commentary team for this match. Maclin kicks Rhino in the gut. Haymaker exchange. Maclin drives his knee into the midsection of Rhino. Maclin with a straight right hand. Maclin with a forearm shot across the back of Rhino. Chop exchange. Maclin with a toe kick. Maclin with a forearm smash. Rhino tees off on Maclin. Rhino talks smack to Maclin. Rhino whips Maclin across the ring. Maclin holds onto the ropes. Maclin ducks a clothesline from Rhino. Maclin punches Rhino in the back. Rhino reverses out of the Irish whip from Maclin. Maclin kicks Rhino in the chest. Rhino drops Maclin with a shoulder tackle. Rhino poses for the crowd. Rhino headbutts Maclin. Rhino has complete control of the match during the commercial break. Rhino with a series of haymakers. Maclin reverses out of the Irish whip from Rhino. Rhino launches Maclin over the top rope. Maclin with a straight right hand. Maclin slams Rhino's head on the top rope. Maclin transitions into a ground and pound attack. Maclin puts his knee on the back of Rhino's neck. Maclin kicks Rhino in the back for a 2 count. Maclin with 2 elbow drops. Maclin with a knee drop. Maclin follows that with a chop/forearm combination. Rhino with desperation haymakers. Maclin kicks Rhino in the gut. Maclin drops Rhino with the DDT for a 2 count. Maclin applies a rear chin lock. Rhino with 2 haymakers. Rhino sends Maclin to the corner. Maclin kicks Rhino in the face. Maclin goes for a diving headbutt, but Rhino ducks out of the way. Rhino clotheslines Maclin. Rhino scores the elbow knockdown. Rhino with the mini gore. Rhino with another short arm clothesline. Short arm reversal by Maclin. Maclin with a belly to back suplex for a 2 count. Maclin with clubbing blows to Rhino's back. Rhino with a counter vertical suplex. Maclin with a flying knee strike. Maclin ducks a clothesline from Rhino. Maclin connects with the spear to pick up the victory. Winner, Steve Maclin via pinfall. Third match, Larry D vs Bhupinder Gujjar. Brian Myers provides his own commentary for this match. Collar and elbow tie up. Larry backs Gujjar into the turnbuckles. The referee calls for a clean break. Larry with a shoulder block. Gujjar dodges the bionic elbow. Gujjar applies a side headlock. Larry whips Gujjar across the ring. Larry and Gujjar run the ropes. Larry drops Gujjar with a shoulder tackle. Gujjar pops back on his feet. Larry blocks a boot from Gujjar. Gujjar with a spinning enzwidgery. Gujjar drops down on the canvas. Gujjar leapfrogs over Larry. Gujjar drop kicks the left knee of Larry. Gujjar with the slingshot elbow drop for a 2 count. Raj Singh makes his way down to the ring. Gujjar gets distracted by Singh. Larry attacks Gujjar from behind. Larry punches Gujjar in the back. Larry with clubbing blows to Gujjar's chest. Larry kicks Gujjar in the ribs. Gujjar with heavy body shots. Larry scores the elbow knockdown for a 2 count. Larry applies a rear chin lock. Gujjar with heavy body shots. Larry pulls Gujjar down to the mat. Larry goes for a body slam, but Gujjar lands back on his feet. Gujjar with a forearm smash. Larry runs through a clothesline from Gujjar. Larry hits the discus lariat for a 2 count. Larry is raining down haymakers. Larry rakes the eyes of Gujjar. Larry with a forearm smash. Larry with a knife-edge chop. Larry follows that with heavy body shots in the corner. Larry repeatedly whips Gujjar into the turnbuckles. Gujjar drops Larry with the sling blade. Gujjar with the Uranage backbreaker. Gujjar with a ripcord knee strike. Gujjar follows that with the Samoan drop. Gujjar is fired up. Larry drives his knee into the midsection of Gujjar. Larry with a forearm smash. Larry kicks out the legs of Gujjar. Larry connects with the curb stomp for a 2 count. Gujjar ducks a clothesline from Larry. Larry launches Gujjar over the top rope. Forearm exchange. Gujjar denies the superplex. Gujjar plants Larry with the flying spear to pick up the victory. After the match, William Morrissey goes after Brian Myers. Singh raises Gujjar's hand. Gujjar shoves Singh out of the ring. Singh bumps into Morrissey on the outside. Morrissey kicks Singh in the gut. Morrissey delivers the BQE through the fake announce table. Winner, Bhupinder Gujjar via pinfall. Fourth match, Deonna Purrazzo, C, vs Lady Frost vs Gisele Shaw in a triple threat match for the Raw Women's World Championship and the AAA Reina de Reinas Championship. Purrazzo sits on the top turnbuckle after the bell rings. Roll-up exchange. Frost with a double inside cradle for a 2 count. Double big boot. Collar and elbow tie up. Shaw drives her knee into the midsection of Purrazzo. Short arm reversal by Purrazzo. Purrazzo with a side headlock takeover. Purrazzo applies a toe and ankle hold. Shaw with a side headlock takeover. Purrazzo whips Shaw across the ring. Shaw ducks a clothesline from Purrazzo. Shaw with a running Hurricane Rana. Purrazzo kicks Shaw in the face. Frost with a flying crossbody block. Frost kicks Purrazzo in the chest. Frost cartwheels off Purrazzo's back. Frost with a basement dropkick. Frost poses for the crowd. Shaw with a running clothesline. Purrazzo reverses out of the Irish whip from Shaw. Shaw sends Purrazzo's shoulder first into the steel ring post. Shaw shoves Frost. Forearm exchange. Shaw with the standing Spanish fly for a 2 count. Purrazzo with the standing moonsault for a 2 count. Purrazzo hooks the outside leg of Shaw for a 2 count. Purrazzo applies the Fujiwara armbar. Frost responds with the heel hook. Shaw grabs the bottom rope which forces the break. Frost with a running shoulder block. Frost with a running enziguri. Shaw follows that with the tiger suplex. Shaw with a running senton splash for a 2 count. Frost sidesteps Shaw into the turnbuckles. Frost with a high head kick. Frost with a running cannonball strike. Purrazzo with a double German suplex. Purrazzo ascends to the top turnbuckle. Frost with the superplex. Purrazzo tumbles to the floor. Frost rolls Shaw over for a 2 count. Shaw superkicks Frost for a 2 count. Frost avoids the running knee strike. Frost kicks Shaw in the gut. Frost kicks Shaw in the chest. Frost drops Shaw with the windmill kick. Frost ascends to the top turnbuckle. Frost hits the blockbuster. Purrazzo connects with the Queen's Gambit to pick up the victory. Winner, still champ, Deonna Purrazzo via pinfall. Fifth match, JONAH vs Zicky Dice. Dice turns his back on JONAH after the bell rings. JONAH stops Dice in his tracks. JONAH clotheslines the back of Dice's neck. JONAH connects with the tsunami to pick up the victory. After the match, JONAH dumps Dice out of the ring. PCO is brought to the stage on a stretcher. PCO sits up and JONAH can't believe it. PCO is wearing a neck brace. PCO walks down to the ring. PCO removes the neck brace. Haymaker exchange. Both guys had to be separated by the Impact referees and security guards. Winner, JONAH via pinfall. Sixth match, Masha Slamovich vs Arie. Arie wants Slamovich to shake her hand. Slamovich nails Arie with the backdrop driver. Arie avoids the running boot. Arie with forearm shivers. Slamovich reverses out of the Irish whip from Arie. Slamovich with a spinning heel kick. Slamovich delivers the axe kick. Slamovich connects with the snowplow to pick up the victory. Winner, Masha Slamovich via pinfall. 7th match, Josh Alexander vs Matt Taven with Maria Kanellis Bennett. Maria Kanellis Bennett joins the commentary team for this match. Collar and elbow tie up. Alexander backs Taven into the turnbuckles. The referee calls for a clean break. Taven applies a waist lock. Alexander transitions into a hammer lock. Side headlock exchange. Taven whips Alexander across the ring. Alexander drops Taven with a shoulder tackle. Taven regroups on the outside. Test of strength. Taven kicks Alexander in the gut. Taven with a straight right hand. Taven with a knife edge chop. Taven follows that with a vertical suplex for a 1 count. Taven with a forearm smash. Taven sends Alexander to the corner. Alexander decks Taven with a back elbow smash. Taven dodges the running boot. Standing switch exchange. Alexander goes for the O'Connor roll, but Taven holds onto the ropes. Alexander blocks a boot from Taven. Alexander hammers down on the left knee of Taven. Alexander with a knife edge chop. Alexander with the Irish whip. Taven dives over Alexander. Taven slides under Alexander. Taven drop kicks Alexander. Taven plays to the crowd. Taven unloads 2 knife edge chops. Taven drives his knee into the midsection of Alexander. Alexander reverses out of the Irish whip from Taven. Taven launches Alexander over the top rope. Alexander with a shoulder block. Taven answers with a step-up enziguri. Taven with an avalanche side Russian leg sweep into the ring apron. Taven with a wrecking ball dropkick. Taven has complete control of the match during the commercial break. Taven drops Alexander with the divorce court for a 2 count. Taven applies a top wrist lock. Taven with the swinging arm wringer. Taven applies the Fujiwara arm bar. Alexander rolls Taven over for a 2 count. Taven drops Alexander with a running lariat. Taven rams his elbow across Alexander's jaw. Alexander with heavy body shots. Taven drives his knee into the midsection of Alexander. Taven goes for a body slam, but Alexander lands back on his feet. Alexander goes for the rolling elbow, but Taven counters with the flatliner. Taven applies the crossface. Alexander rolls Taven over for a 2 count. Alexander ducks a clothesline from Taven. Alexander with 2 German suplexes. Taven decks Alexander with a back elbow smash. Taven punches Alexander in the back. Taven with a rolling fisherman's neck breaker. Taven goes for the springboard moonsault, but Alexander puts his knees up in the air. Alexander ducks a clothesline from Taven. Alexander clotheslines Taven. Alexander scores the elbow knockdown. Taven reverses out of the Irish whip from Alexander. Alexander with a back body drop. Alexander with a running forearm smash. Alexander follows that with a running boot. Alexander plays to the crowd. Alexander applies a waist lock. Taven delivers his combination offense. Alexander with the bridging Northern Lights suplex for a 2 count. Taven denies the C4 spike. Alexander ducks a clothesline from Taven. Alexander with the rolling elbow. Alexander is lighting up Taven's chest. Alexander sends Taven to the corner. Taven with a step-up enziguri. Taven hits the purple thunder bomb for a 2 count. Taven applies the single leg crab. Alexander with 3 German suplexes. Alexander goes for a sunset flip, but Taven counters with a running knee strike. Chop exchange. Forearm exchange. Alexander uppercuts Taven. Alexander with a blistering chop. Taven fights out of the fireman's carry position. Taven skins the cat. Alexander with a running crossbody block through the ropes. Alexander rolls Taven back into the ring. Taven negates the C4 spike. Alexander with a forearm smash. Taven rolls Alexander over for a 2 count. Taven with a springboard ends Widgery. Alexander denies the climax. Alexander applies the ankle lock. Taven grabs the bottom rope which forces the break. Taven slams the left shoulder of Alexander on the top rope. Alexander delivers the superplex. Alexander connects with the C4 spike to pick up the victory. Winner, Josh Alexander via pinfall.